Alright, it's time. It's time to continue the story. It's time to continue the story. I need to know what happened to Yoshiki and everyone. This is literally a day after when I record this. Fucking hell, it's Undertale. It's Undertale, bitches! God, it was quick. It was a quick loading screen. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. Damn it! Already start off with terrible jokes. The sounds of fire trucks and patrol cars echoed through the streets. The sky was dark. The air stale, and the many strong gusts of wind bore mass amounts of dust and debris. I didn't envy the reporter her job. I'm sorry, what? I didn't envy the reporter her job, as she's seen mere moments of being blown off her feet. But to her credit, she persevered. Behind her, there was a black shadow of an old man. I'm here reporting on what's being dubbed the nationwide ghost disaster state, which local representatives claim is now in effect of last night. The string of unknown and potentially unexplainable deaths that have been plaguing the sea presently shows no signs of letting up. Holy shit! It got bigger! Suspicious and sudden demises, homicides, and unknown motives and reports of phenomenon visitation are all increasing at an alarming rate. The police forces are each prefectural are still weighing their options for dealing with this issue, and few have made any official statements thus far. Frustratingly, the old man's shadow in the background began acting strangely, jumping in place and making various other aimless motions. The Metropolitan Police, meanwhile, have suggested that all local transport locals to travel to a safe location in groups of 3 or more as soon as possible, remaining indoors until further notice. That was just fucking my eyes down. The sudden devastating appearance of the Black Pillars throughout Japan last night has also led the MLIT to declare a state of emergency, setting up disaster shelters and lookouts. Official word from local bureaus of how these pillars are affecting traffic. The status of damage to rivers, as well as any countermeasures being taken, can be seen here. Seen here what? Experts have analyzed the pillars, composition and concluded that they are made of a previously unknown material. They've tossed around names like spirit matter and entity wall. They're called a fucking entity wall. Due to their rapid growth and the complete inability of even seismic graphs to predict where they may have spawned, the number of casualties is quite high, and global tension are even higher. Everything up to and including industrial cutters and blades has been employed in an attempt to cut through these objects, but with absolute no effort. Of course you can't cut through them! They're spirit towers! The Ministry of Defense is using JSDF data to explore the strong possibility that these pillars are related in some way to the aerosphere that hovered in our skies only days ago. I have here a list of newly appointed relief shelters, so if you're in one of the designated evacuation areas, please take note of the information on your screen. This information is also available on our website through our mobile app, but do not note that any gymnasium and schools show in white or full, so you'll need to look elsewhere. We strongly recommend that you proceed to the nearest open facility as soon as possible. What happened to the others? But did these face kids sprout over anywhere without warning? Can you give the time to escape? Evacuation is meaningless! That's not a damn thing anything can do to stay safe! Whether you die or not is just dumb luck! Where the hell are the police going to get off their asses and make a statement? Are they scared of public outcry? Are they hiding something? The middle-aged announcer was yelling at the top of his lungs, and in an absolute frenzy, he kicked his studio desk to the ground. A black shadow of a woman could be seen behind him. Jesus fucking Christ, this escalated really quickly. But what happened to the others? Oh. Class rep? Shinozaki. Ayumi. Shinozaki. Huh? What the? Oh! Oh! No! No! Thank you for bringing us back to life. I don't remember doing that. You mean I did it? No, you didn't. Fuck! But a whole lot more people have died now. Huh? The room grew dark, and each of the 4 figures who stood before me slowly melted into the blackness, becoming indistinct silhouettes. Even Mochida, Nakashima, and Kishinima have died. So many people have gone. What's this? Even we haven't actually been revived, huh? What was it you were trying to do, Ayumi? No! No! I screamed and looked up. It was just a dream. I was at home watching TV. I scrunched myself up again, putting my face to my knees. Bring them back. Bring them back. I was like a broken record with that. But it was a doomed idea from the start. Everything I've done has been pointless. So what do I do now? I thought I could revive them. I really did. I mean, if I can bring them, if I can come back from Yoshi's house despite those injuries and lose my sister, then anybody should be able to come back. I raised my face from my knees, eyes red and burning. Then, as if I hadn't already had enough tragedy in my life, I heard a loud crash just outside my house. It was unmistakably a car wreck, and a very severe one at that. The car's alarm was going off, but I was trying my best to ignore it. I didn't need this right now, so I simply wasn't going to bother with it. Sis, what do I do, sis? Sis. Oh, I thought I was going to take control now. Uh-oh, I was going to go on to Ayumi's house. That wouldn't be fun, wouldn't it? Who's there? Up next, we learned that the CEO of PL Promotions Co. Inc. is among those who have gone missing. Ah! So I can go around Ayumi's house. Interesting. I need to go to the front door. Hello? Fucking alarm! Shut it up! Shut up! The car alarm outside was still going off. It was getting harder and harder to ignore by the second. What is it? Stop it! I will punch you! What? Whoever was ringing my doorbell was really, really persistent. The irregular sound brought me back to reality. Who the fuck is it? I crept over to the peephole and silently looked through it to see who would be visiting me at this hour. On the other side of the door, a man I didn't recognize had short hair, and he was pressing the chime in frantically, as if his life depended on it. Who is that? I was kind of creeped out. I really shouldn't open the door. Yeah, definitely not. Is the door locked? I moved away from the peephole. This is just getting creepy. Stop it! The persistent ringing continued for a bit, but then finally, thankfully, came to an abrupt halt. No! Don't open the door! Don't open the door! I slowly crept back to the peephole and took another look. The man was still there. He was just pacing back and forth in place in front of the house that, for all he knew, had no occupants. Oh god! Eyeball looking through it! After another short while, he approached the door again and immediately put his eye up to the outside of the peephole. If I move now, he totally know I'm here. The man moved his head away, but quickly replaced it with his finger, which he swirled around and around inside the tight space, as if trying to reach my eye or poke it out. Then he stepped away from the door. I could have taken this opportunity to slowly move away from the people, but I was oddly transfixed. Thank God! Now, all he has to do is leave. Of course, the second I thought of that, he came back to the door yet again. Go away, you creepy bastard! And yet again, he skipped the doorbell and went straight for the peephole. What does he want? Why isn't he saying anything? This is really creeping me out. Well, fine then. I'll open the door and give him a piece of my mind. No! No, you will not! I grabbed the doorknob and it was moments away from following through with that plan when suddenly... Ayumi? Sachiko! Don't open it. What? He's dead. Sachiko. I slowly turned to look at her. Nirvana is in the world of the dead. And that world is coming here. No, a fucking car crash! Then there was an oddly familiar sound, another car accident, again, right outside my door. Don't look! This time, I looked outside through the peephole and saw the man from earlier, sandwiched between a car and the wall of one of the houses across the street. He was absolutely mangled. But after a few moments, the man's corpse disappeared, leaving nothing but a shadow in its place on the wall and on the ground alike, a black stain. You cannot leave the house. What is this? What's happening to the world? Not that I even really had to ask. Is this from breaking down the walls of the Nirvana? I wasn't just asking myself, I was asking Sachiko, whose presence still remained just behind my back. I like how she's solid now. She's just floating there and it happens to be fucking solid. That is just incredible. I'm so sorry, Sachiko, for everything that happened to you. You're not a bad girl after all. You're so cute and adorable. But she just looked up at me with sad eyes. That person just now was one of the deceased. And if he turned into a black stain then... Uh-oh. What are you doing? No, it couldn't be. I pulled my smartphone from my pocket. I forced myself to remain calm enough to access the photo, but then just stopped and stared. Don't tell me we're dead. God, no! What is it? The photo displayed on my phone, which was now on the floor. No! Fuck! No longer had just my friends' faces. My friends were before with blacked out faces, but Michiya, Nakashima, and Kishinuma as well. That's not cool. I pounded the floor with both my hands and shuddered violently. Thou shalt repent. Oh! The end of the world is nigh. Oh! God shall not forgive those who are unclean and indiscreet. Oh! Some cultist group was speaking on TV. I guess the news must have ended at some point when I wasn't paying attention. The end of the world, huh? This time I was just plain talking to myself. Hey, you survived! How? I guess you're magic. That's right, the end. Who have ever thought the last remaining Yoguri could have enough suicide bomber determination to dream up something like this? Marguerite appeared in my hallway. I had no idea how long she'd been there. No, how she got in. I know she still had her heels on though. It's you. How are you alive? I stood up, and Sachiko was, as always, waiting in the wing behind me. I came back with the Everafter stones, used them in midair while I was falling down the bell tower. Oh yeah, of course, I forgot about that. Heaven Hills is totally destroyed, though. So these are just plain ordinary stones now. To demonstrate, Marguerite snapped the two together. Nirvana, I summoned the dead. See? I probably flinched, but she was right. Nothing happened. Within the next few hours, this world will be totally blanketed in chaos. It's gonna be the new land of the dead. Sucks, huh? This is seriously the cataclysm. And to top it all off, that's my order on TV there. Fucking shameless, aren't they? Even I've got to draw the line at that point. She pulled back her chin and flashed me a strange smile. Oh yeah, Your parents went crazy and joined, so you know. Wow! Ayumi's parents are the worst! This day couldn't have been much worse for me. Are you okay leaving things like this, then? Maggie wasn't mincing words, it seemed. Stop crying, Ayumi! I held my head in both my hands and looked down at the ground. If you feel responsible, come with me for a bit. I have something to discuss with you about your bloodline. Maggie approached me and grabbed my hand. What's up with you, Sachiko? Sachiko stood right behind me and began to growl like a guard dog. Get your hands off me! I can't even see my friends! I can't do anything! I don't know what the hell I don't even know what the hell the difference the blood of the Shinozaki is supposed to make! But I'm just Ayumi! And Ayumi's worthless. Finally! Finally she admits it! She's worthless! Besides, the person who first introduced the Navaya to this world was Yoshi, not me! I screamed, as loudly as fiercely as I could. I didn't do anything wrong! I closed my eyes and cried the hardest I've ever cried, sobbing so intensely that I found myself nearly hyperventilating. Ah! Finally, someone slapped her. Magri slapped me down on the ground. You're one stone bitch, you know that? Got a hell of an ego, too! For once in your life, just suck it up! I held my cheek and continued sobbing. Maggie was looking down on me with contempt in her eyes, but also a sudden intensity that seemed more akin to desperation than anything. Ayumi Shinozaki, here's one fact you should know. What the hell? Once the seventh pillar, the Sephira of knowledge, starts up, it's all over. The end of the world is carved in stone. However, Maggie closed in on me, as if our lips were about to touch. Sachiko growled again, but Maggie was clearly not intimidated in the slightest. The Book of Shadows isn't gone yet. What? You came in contact with the original book, so since you draw the blood of Shinozaki, you might be able to fight Mitsuto. Is there gonna be like some awesome battle thing that's gonna happen in this? I'm still hesitating, and Maggie apparently didn't much like that. God, just come the fuck on. Suddenly Maggie was pulling out the top of my uniform. My plump white stomach was now exposed. That piece of shit book is right here! Oh, so Ayumi ate it then. I think some action now. Just eats the book. She pointed to a spot just below my belly button. What? As she did, my stomach started growling with an unearthly roar and shifted in place slightly. It was almost like there was a snake slithering around outside of me. Sure would have been nice. Sure would have been nice if you noticed that a little sooner. That thing's been sleeping inside of you since you first used its power in the basement of Yoshi Shinozaki's estate. Maggie crossed her arms and snorted. Of course, it's only a container. Nothing's in it right now. No, the book's growling now. Growling like a cocky bastard. The growl that came from within my own body sounded like that of a wild beast. There's no way. Is this for real? I was actually tricked pretty good. Originally, the elders sent me to support you in your efforts to attain the Book of Shadows from that other realm, and among other things. Okay. But of course, that still means I was planning on stealing it from you as soon as you got your hands on it. Now though, that doesn't matter. If the world's going to pot, there's not really any meaning in becoming the heir to the Matsubara anymore, is there? And that just fucking sucks. Huh? It all goes back to Mitsuto. Mitsuto! If that little fucker thinks he's won the war, he's got another thing coming. Don't you just want to slaughter him like a pig right now? You should stop being such a pussy and look at the things you're capable of. There'll be a time enough to abandon all your potential after you've died. My eyes began to well up yet again. Are you saying that there's still something I can do? Mike's expression turned deathly silent. I want her to say, yeah, fucking duh. I want her to say that. That was the greatest line ever. Do whatever you can to bring the Book of Shadows out of your body and gain control over it. If the book recognizes your determination, it should extract itself naturally. And if you have the power of the book at your disposal, it will lead the way right back to Mitsuto's Nirvana. So what are you gonna do now? I can only stare incredulously at my abdominal. Marguerite took this opportunity to open the front door again to illustrate her point. Outside, the weather was still completely anomalous, with hurricane-like winds and debris clouds everywhere. The clouds up above, too, were moving abnormally fast through a disconcerting blood-red sky. Every few seconds, a sound not unlike a spark plug firing could be heard echoing through the distance as another black flame ignited and burned itself out of some random spot. I mean, you're going to lie down and die with this world either way. So, what have you got to lose? Show me how tough you are while you still got the chance. Just remember, the book was born from black magic. It adores cruelty and blood. With those parting words, Marguerite disappeared into the city, the sounds of her heels clacking softly and softer, until they were no longer audible at all. Sachiko and I could do nothing but see her off. Oh, goddamn the fucking city again. Ah, it's much better. The entire nation was now plagued with entity wars and black silhouette-like spirits of the dead. Ah! Whoa! The entity wars were rapidly destroying schools, downtown bypasses, and other crucial traffic cornerstones, and even rescue centers, creating countless new casualties by the minute. People were running in the streets, panicking and confused, and almost certainly not much longer for this earth. Where are we supposed to go? It doesn't matter! Just run or will you be crushed! What about overseas? How are you gonna get there with the sky and the sea both screwed up? He's got a point. Meanwhile, Miss Kuon's office. The black-suited agents watched in horror as each TV monitor displayed a feed from different news networks across the world, and the story was exactly the same on all of them. Boss! What are we supposed to do? Good point. What are you supposed to do, you useless scumbags? How is the book supposed to recognize my determination? What the hell am I supposed to do? I don't know. Take a shit. That would be a good idea. I don't have any reason to go to the kitchen right now. There's no reason to go here right now. What's in here? Well, I'm in Hinoi's room, and there's a save point. Gonna use that, I can quickly save. The save icon is Sachiko. I bet it has something to do with this knife. Hello there, knife. We meet again. Sis, give me strength. In front of the mirror dresser sat Hinoi's zodiac dagger. I gripped it in terror, closed my eyes, and started shaking. Do whatever you can to bring that book of shadow out of your body and gain control over it. Just remember, the book was born from black magic. It adores cruelty and blood. I couldn't back down now. I lifted the dagger right in front of me, poised to plunge into my body, and carved myself open as a samurai once did in the realistic suicide called seppuku. But I couldn't go through with it. I was too scared of death, too scared of pain. I can't! I can't! The face reflected back at me in the mirror was twisted with fear. I didn't even recognize myself. But I could see in those eyes all the weight that had been on my shoulders, all the responsibility I had been forced to bear. I'm a coward. I'm small and weak. The world doesn't need me. I won't be missed. But I can make a difference, here and now! Ah! My mind was made up. I lifted the dagger again, and only to bring it halfway to its destination before halting in its descent once more. No matter how determined I was, no matter how strong my conviction, this was literally suicide. I knew it had to be done, but knowing and accepting are two different things. I began crying like a baby. This was the most afraid I'd ever been in my entire life, and almost certainly the most afraid I've ever been. At this point, the only way I'd be able to go through with it was to clear my mind and let my arms make the motions automatically. Before I knew it, that's exactly what I did. It's most likely because I wasn't thinking about it, or anything else for that matter, that the dagger found absolutely no resistance. It was like applying excess force to a slice of cake. For a brief moment I felt nothing, but then the convulsion started. First in my abdominal, then quickly spreading up to the rest of my body. My abdomen was now spasming and constricting involuntarily, and the rest of me wasn't faring much better. My entire body was in total chaos. The extent of agony I felt at that moment was absolutely impossible to convey. It was all encompassing. I was utterly incapable of focusing on anything else. My lower body was spewing bright red blood, thick black blood, and an unknown yellow substance, all of which were blended together into a swirl that was, at its core, my life essence. Wow, I wasn't actually expecting AYUMI to go through with this. This went far beyond anything I could have ever imagined. The sheer shock of it rendered my mind a jumble that simply could not untangle. I knew there was a reason I'd done this to myself, something I absolutely had to do, and it was crucial, but regaining enough cognitive to function to do it would be a challenge. I can't do this! To cut across yet! And remove the book! There's no way! My head was swimming as I tried, beyond all reason to measure to hang on to consciousness, just long enough to complete the task at hand. I could still see my face in the mirror, but only just as the blood that had been spurring from my abdominal had largely glazed it over. It was a truly frightful sight, comparable to, if not more disturbing than anything I've seen in Heavenly Host. I can't do it! I felt feeble, helpless, and the face in the mirror was smiling at me for it, darkly, obscenely. You can't do it. Jet black crows flew by outside the window, and in that moment a fire sparked within me, feeling oddly resolute. I gripped the dagger, jolting out from my abdominal. Lovely. Oh, the candle went out, and I yanked it to the side with every bit of strength I had left in me. She's gonna kill herself. The spray of blood gushing out of me became almost exponentially more violent. More surprisingly, it seemed like equal amounts of blood were rushing to my brain as well, and the effect was feeling like the blood vessels in my head were on the verge of bursting. Aha! I got the book! But just as I felt like I was moments from my final blackout, I saw something there among other entrails on the ground. It was a blood-drenched tome. This! It was the Book of Shadows without a question. And then I died. The end! My vision blurred from the intense loss of blood, and even more intense pain. I fell forward, unable to maintain any semblance of balance any longer, and I landed right on it. With a loud, warm, and unpleasant splash, my face planted firmly into the book, which was streaming under the odd temperature differential on my viscera. Huh? I guess Sachiko saved me. I awoke with a start. I was still in Hinoi's room. Instantly and frantically, I looked down at my abdominal. There, I saw a scar resembling the ones I'd almost died from during the back blow of the Yoshi Sonozaki's house, runic lettering and all. But that was it. The bleeding had stopped. In fact, there was no blood anywhere in the room. And on the floor in front of me sat the Book of Shadows. Not a copy, but the original. This is... I slowly touched it, and from behind me, Sachiko spoke. The book has acknowledged you as its owner. What, really? Just stabbing myself did that? She was staring at me with a docile, almost reverent look in her eyes. I picked up the book and looked at it, fear and awe running through my mind, through my now clear head. Hello, book. You gonna growl at me, are you? It growled a bit, darting its eyes back and forth. Eventually, it seemed to settle on a specific direction, locking its gaze. It seemed to be looking out the window. What's up, book? Is there something out there? Do you see something, book? What is it, book? Tell me, book. What is that? Most likely the entrance to the Nirvana. Wait, Kisawagi Academy is in that direction. Oh. Dad, Mom, thank goodness, I was worried sick about— The world has ended. The world has ended. Dad, Mom. Well, I think I have to leave, but I'm gonna quickly see them first. The world has ended. The world has ended. Mom and Dad both just repeating the same line over and over again. Look like a broken tape recorder. Dad, Mom. Too bad, I'm fucking out of here. Bye, parents, I'll see you never. I had to go to school. Right, let's go. We gotta get to Kisaragi Academy. Oh, that was weird. I'll be back for you, I swear. Don't just freeze me like that. This was another fucking opening sequence, wasn't it? What? What the hell was that? We needed a second opening? What the fuck was that shit? Are you kidding me? A second fucking opening? Sachiko, I can't believe I'm saying this, but having you on my side is kind of reassuring. Sachiko looked at me with her sweet, innocent eyes. Okay, we're here at the school. When I arrived at Kisaragi Academy, I got a much better look at the phenomenon. It was like a whirlpool with a red, dully, shiny hole in its center. Was this the entrance to the ever after? Beyond that is the Nirvana. How are we gonna get up there? Oh, I remember this scene. It happened before. Kinetic magic? Like how witches fly? No way. Oh, it's a thing called kinetic magic? Weird. I love you, book. And now then you go. I closed my eyes and clasped the Book of Shadows tightly in both hands and prayed. Book of Shadows, lend me strength. Holy shit, we're flying! When I opened my eyes again, I looked up into the sky and my body began to float. I was in control of the Book of Shadows. I was a legitimate practitioner of magic now. Oh! Of course! You learned to use one spell and now you're a practitioner of fucking magic! This moment felt almost like an awakening to an endless new possibilities. I'm actually flying! Wow! And right next to me, flying by my side, was Sachiko. But she was already flying to begin with! Ayumi, huh? The momentary loss of focus dropped me out of my trance, and I immediately began falling. I gripped the book even tighter and concentrated harder than before, and sure enough, it began rising up towards the vortex even more. Be careful, Ayumi. It's the book that's allowing you to use these powers. You must not let go of it. Understood. You know what would have been a good idea if you were able to eat the book again and make sure you had full control of it. Oh, you're here now. As I flew higher, I could see Marguerite sitting on the roof of the school. Looks like you managed to gain control over the Book of Shadows after all. I underestimated you, Ayumi Shinozaki. You even installed an escalator from Kisubaki Academy right up to the Nirvana. Not too shabby. There was one more thing you should probably know, though. The Nirvana's encroachment upon and direct connection to this world isn't really your fault at all. The very moment Heavenly Host Nirvana first appeared in this world. No, even far back, at the moment when the Book of Shadows was first created, the coming of this apocalypse was basically inevitable. I looked into Marguerite's face. She was being completely sincere. The former owners of that book, including Yoshi Shinozaki, all tried desperately to stop it, or at least slow it down. When they learned they couldn't, they left that fate to the next generation instead. That's where the book continued to be handed down through the ages. I see. What that means is, this is all would have happened anyway, with or without you. Save for one thing, your actions resulted in the power of the Nirvana being handed over to Mitsuto, the surviving member of that fucked up yoga cult. And you do need to take responsibility for that. Responsibility. You have the real Book of Shadows, but all the power of the Nirvana broke up and distributed throughout the Heavenly Host has been absorbed by Mitsuto's fake book. If you can get it back and see it in that one, though, you can easily outclass him. And if you can go one step further, take it in the Nirvana's core, then that book will be complete. Now is the time to strike. Go in there and fuck him up. Before the world ends, let's see what real power. Let him see what real power tastes like. I'll be watching. This is some fucking anime bullshit. Marguerite grew smaller as I climbed higher and higher, and as I looked up, I can see the fresh Hulk looming even larger, posing as if to wrap itself around me. Ayumi? Are you scared? Are you scared of dying? I don't know. Am I? I smiled at her, and to my surprise, it was a genuine smile. Somehow or another, I was feeling very calm. Sachio looked at me with wide eyes. What's wrong? She turned away briefly, then looked over at me once more. It almost seemed like in that brief moment she changed expressions in such a way that someone would have changed a suit. Ayumi, what you should be scared of is Sachi and the person in the Nirvana's core. Don't let your guard down. The person in Nirvana's core? Isn't it Mitsuto? Uh-huh. There's someone else. Someone else? I looked back up to find myself practically right on top of the hole in the sky that stood in front of the abnormally huge red moon. Can we go in now? I'm getting bored of hearing all this crap. Yes, we're entering. And with my conviction settled, I jumped in. The harsh flash, the nausea, and the wrenching tightness in my chest caused me to lose consciousness for a second. But then I awoke to find that heaven and earth had switched places. It looked as though I would fallen head first into a massive storm, with flashing lightning and roaring thunder. It almost seemed like I was previewing what the world would look like after its destruction. In the sky, there was an enormous face of a doll, and the walls around me were all made of flesh. I clenched the Book of Shadows with both hands as I slowly I landed in the new version of the Nirvana. It was a mountain of rubble. Yep. Everyone's dead. This is fucking bullshit! Is this... What is this? Everything's broken to bits. Oh my fucking god, you were literally told this before! Stupid bitch. You deserve that. Ow, what the hell? Ayumi, are you okay? Yes, I can handle this much at least. Thanks for the panty shot again. I slowly, carefully found my phone and pulled myself back up to my feet. This was an entirely different Heavenly Host. It bore almost no resemblance whatsoever to any version of the school we traversed previously. Heavenly Host Elementary turned into this? Where are the others? They're dead! Mochida, Nakashima, Kishinuma, Miss Korn, Aiko! Well, Aiko's fucking dead because she lost her fucking head! I called out to my friends, but received no answer. All I can hear was the rumbling and twisting of the air around me. They're dead, you... No. 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 A name tag. Kazuki Monokata. Crushed by piece of school. No. No! No! There was no mistaking it. In the midst of the wreckage, pieces of clothing from Kishinuma, Mochida, Nakashima, Miss Kuon, and Aiko were clearly visible. The unfortunate souls who were wearing this clothing were all buried under the fallen beams and other debris, and surrounded by veritable sea of blood. Not fair! This isn't fair! I kneeled down and began sobbing uncontrollably. You guys! Mitsuto! Show yourself! What have you done is unforgivable! Sachiko stared at me as I continued to scream and cry. Ayumi. What is it, Sachiko? I'll see what I can do. I can try to restore Heavenly Host Elementary's destiny. So at least some part of it. What? Sachiko produced a Claverian necklace from my pocket. What is that? The skeletal figure on the chain made a slight hollow clink sound as it was handled, very much as an actual bone would. It looked handmade and seemed oddly warm, like a keepsake. What is that? I had this weird feeling that I'd seen this object somewhere before. I swear that looks familiar, but where from? Though she was looking down at the ground a bit, slightly guilty and slightly guarded, Sachiko giggled slightly. This is my treasure. A big smile crept across her lips, and for a moment she looked every bit the part of an ordinary little girl. Huh? I was confused. Sachiko placed her hand on the Book of Shadows. Fact loop. And the book spoke. Repeat the same day. Followed by Sachiko. Wait, are we going back in time? Are we gonna save them? Wait, where are we? Suddenly I was in Yoshi Shinozaki's clinic. The very same clinic Nakashima I had visited on that fateful day. This person is Yoshi. It's Yoshi. I was viewing Sachiko's memories of the event from long ago. Yoshi was writing something in her journal. Oh, not this bullshit again! I've already read it! You know sex rate. Blood, souls, shit like that! And failed! Worst of dimensions bullshit! Sachiko came into the room from the back. Her eyes met with Yoshi's and she smiled. However, since I was able to suppress the stray Nirvana... Jesus Christ, I keep again, Yoshi has a nice pair of tits. Sorry! Shouldn't be saying that! That's not right! Sachiko stood obediently by her mother, wearing the white dress we'd seen on her in Heavenly Host. Yoshi patted her on her head approvingly. What the hell? Sachiko then coughed out a fine black mist, but sucked it back into her mouth like a cough. Like a cop? I could at least rescue one person's existence from that shallowly forgotten fate. The face on the image was blacked out, like those of Psycho and the others, however. To my surprise, the black marking was slowly peeling itself away, revealing the features of it underneath. Wait, what? What the hell was that? My vision slowly cleared, and when it did, amidst all the rubble and shaking, I found myself back in Heavenly Hills Elementary. We didn't go back in time! Oh! Okay. I was not expecting that! I'm sorry! That was just too funny! Oh! Donk. Then promptly, Sachiko collapsed to the ground. Sachiko! Without thinking, I picked her up and held her limp, light body in my arms. What's happening? She's cracking! What did you do? Did you do something to kill yourself? She must have used up her spirit energy, and she was clearly drained. She was breathing, but only very lightly. Poor girl. Seems to be pain. Wait, am I actually holding Sachiko? Sachiko was real. She had to have been, or I wouldn't have been able to hold her like this. She seemed injured, but not in any traditional manner. There were cracks running through her body, each one emanating an unearthly blue, almost gaseous light. Meanwhile, the school itself was cracking and breaking all around me, making an incredible noise. The roof above began to crumble away, providing glimpses of the real world. And incredibly, the entity war hadn't spawned there yet. We're back! This was before everyone died! Sachiko, hang in there! Ayumi, I'm sorry. I can revert more time. No, Sachiko, thank you! That was amazing! You did a great job! I could hardly believe it. I just complimented Sachiko, of all people, on a job well done. It wasn't her fucking fault! Leave the little girl alone, Ayumi, you bitch! You're praising me? A newly formed physical body was rapidly beginning to evaporate into mist. My voice trembling, though I suspected it was less with fear and more with confusion. Yes, that was incredible! You're a good girl, Sachiko! I looked up into the sky, eyes began to well with tears. She was struggling to speak. Soon she wouldn't be able to at all. I wanted to apologize. What? She barely had any voice left, but she was persevering nonetheless. This was clearly something she didn't want to leave unsaid, no matter what. I know you can never forgive me, but I want to apologize anyway. And with that, she began full-on crying. Sachiko. I couldn't help doing the same. I killed a lot of people. I'm not a good girl. You shouldn't praise someone like me. The tears were streaming down my face now. Sachiko's voice was so mournful, so genuine. But you just saved a lot of people now, too. So thank you. A massive earthquake shook the ground. Now's not the time! Go, Ayumi! Sachiko looked scared, so I patted her head and hugged her tightly. She then looked squarely in the eye, grasping my clavicle. Grasping her clavicle necklace tightly in her hand, as if it were a rosary. It's strange, isn't it? What is? Once you know you did right, passing on isn't so scary anymore. Sachiko! No! Sachiko and the blue light alike both disappeared completely. She was gone. The being I was hugging just moments ago no longer existed. All I can do was clench my fists and mourn. The look in Sachiko's face when she asked if I was scared or dying kept flashing through my head. Sachiko, you were the one who was scared, weren't you? I kept my head hung low for a moment, then stood up and wiped the tears from my eyes. Accomplishing the accompanying sound of rubble, one single entity wall now stood in the real world. The cycle was beginning anew. Watch over me, Sachiko. One Shinozaki to another. It's time to go! Time to save my friends! Let's go! Uh-oh. Praise. Girl. Unfair. Sachiko. Uh-oh. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign at all. That's a bad sign! Another short chapter, seriously? Determination. I guess that's what they meant by that. This was very unexpected. But now they're alive! They're not dead! Thank fuck! I can save them as AYUMI! It's sort of like sounds like a positive to negative ratio there. Well then, I guess we'll find out what happens in chapter 8 then, shall we?